Welcome back, everyone. Time for a brain reset and finding ways to treat depression without the use of medication. Joining me now in the sponsored interview is Jimmy from Zion Healing Center in Murray, right here in the Salt Lake City area. Welcome, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Okay, a lot of times when we talk about some of the things that we're suffering from, depression, ADHD, PTSD, people turn to medication. That's not always the right answer.
No, and most of the time people are finding it's not the right answer. And if it does work, if you're lucky enough that it helps for a while, it can be temporary. And it can also change your brain to where I'm just suspicious of any medication that you have to continue taking and you can't stop. It's like once you start, it's not safe to just stop the depression medication without, you know, going back to your doctor, weaning down. And so there's just a better way. I see people all day long that are struggling with this, these kinds of things. And the studies show that medication has limited effectiveness, and I can tell you from the people that come in that's not working for people. Sometimes it works for 5 years and then they're like, it just stopped working. But honestly, exercise.
It doesn't fix the problem, right?
Right. You could get a better result than these on the screen here with just exercise, for example.
Okay, so the brain is so complicated, and you talk about, and if you could imagine a computer, you say, versus software versus the hardware, and you really tackle the hardware.
Right. Yeah. We were talking, Dina last time said she liked the idea of being able to reprogram your brain, and we really are just like computers in the way that you can have the greatest software in the world, but if the hardware is damaged, like say maybe there was a leak and you got some water inside your computer, it's not going to be functioning as well, and that software is not going to run as well. So we really take a look at the brain by doing a brain scan and by creating a protocol that's customized, because everybody's individual and there's usually not one single cause for depression or anxiety, but it's usually about 10 different things.
This is customized treatment. I'm even seeing in this video kids, so people of all ages might need to be a little reprogrammed in a sense. Yeah,
we can we're reprogramming ourselves all the time with the thoughts that we choose to think and entertain, the things that we say to ourselves every day. Most people's brains are having the same thoughts that they've had for years, and most people are in the past, but you can create new neural pathways, new ways of thinking, new beliefs, thoughts. They're more empowering for yourself. But yeah, we look at the functioning first. So we will look at the hardware and see if there's, as far as the electrical activity, the brain waves, we look to see if there's anything that can be improved and trained. And we do this also through the electromagnetic stimulation with the TMS that can really give the brain physical therapy and really wake up. If you have a part that's underactive and not firing due to trauma, due to like traumatic brain injury, people think that can't be repaired, but it can.
And walk us through these treatments, because you definitely need a professional to do these things.
Yes, yeah, and you would meet with our doctor. TMS is only available by prescription, so we have a great psychiatrist that you can meet with. And then it is a commitment. It's sometimes about 6 to 8 weeks of coming in to see us once about an hour a day, and think of us like a spa for your brain, where we're going to work on this every day, and then we release you back into life, and the changes are permanent, so you don't need to take a medication. Or if you're on medication, oftentimes you can see your doctor about reducing it
and tapering off. And this is non-invasive treatment,
non-pharmaceutical, non-systemic, nothing's going in your bloodstream, no
Tell
poison.
us the results and the feedback you've seen from patients.
With TMS, we have 83% response rate, which is quite a bit different than those graphs we saw at the beginning. 83% with 62% complete remission. That's in the clinical data that we have.
So interesting. You have a free consultation offer. Tell us about that.
Yeah, make the appointment. You can contact us here, call us. You can go onto our calendar and book, and come in and talk, and we'll see what's going on and just show you the options. We've got so many, anything from counseling, educational courses, like I said, meetings with our doctor.
A holistic approach of the struggles that you might be dealing with, and mental health definitely top of mind for so many of us. That information on your screen. We'll put a link on our website. Jimmy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you to Zion Healing Center for the sponsored interview right in Murray.